Retro Rock plays everything.
Hey ladies and germs, it is haul video time. It's that time where I show off all the crap that I picked up. These will probably be a little bit more common right now going into the Midwest Gaming Classic. Also, last week was my birthday, so I've got some birthday present items in here. I'll tell you who they came from in most cases. But there's also stuff that I bought or are pickups from the wife going out thrifting. Let's get started. Man, there's a lot of stuff to go through. I mean, it's not that bad. We'll see. No, like, big stuff. Well, one big thing. But no, like, consoles or anything yet. But I do have consoles coming. All right. Mario Paint for the SNES. We were at Not Your Parents' basement last week. I was there with the Guys, Games, and Beer crew. Boy, I was upstairs drinking a lot more than I was down on the floor. But usually I'm the one down on the floor working. But last week, I don't know. I started early with Larry, and we just had fun most of the night, both down and above. But we did a lot of actually game playing our own stuff. Anyway, I was admiring Travis's just like huge SNES collection. He has got a huge Super Nintendo collection. So as kind of a birthday thing, just kind of, because he's a nice guy, he gave me some of his duplicates. So that's what Mario Paint was. But it keeps getting better. Vegas Stakes, my uncle absolutely loved this game. He used to play it a lot. He was into pretty much every type of gaming that you could do, but he really liked gambling games as well. Ultraman. Hey, is he the same person as Spectraman? I did actually buy this game back in the day and played it. Is he the same person as Spectraman? That's what I want to know. All right. Please tell me down below. This one is... Oh my, I need glasses. Beware the ultimate evil of Warlock. I think I have this for the Genesis. Nice little cart there. But wait, there's more. There's Weapon Lord. Looks kind of neat. I'll probably give all these a little poke. This is from Sheboygan. Next we have Lemmings. I used to play this on the SNES. I preferred it on the Amiga. I think I used to play it on. But I did play it quite a bit on the SNES. It wasn't a bad version of it. Next we have Tetris 2 in box. Still from Travis. Like I said, he has a huge collection, so his overflow is gigantic. And I hope you got a decent shot of that. We'll do a freeze frame if I thought that was a little too fast for you. Next, we have Baseball Simulator 1000. I actually heard good stuff about this game. And opening up, we have the cartridge. That is... Look at that. What is that? Poor handling is what that is. Super Play Action Football. Travis and I love the sports games about the same, which is pretty much not at all. Racing exempted. I haven't played this one, but Travis tells me it's pretty good. It's Draken in the box. 3D World of Fantasy. It's scrolling, it says. Oh man, it has the original instruction booklet too. Very nice. There's the cartridge. Not bad. So that's pretty awesome. Space Invaders. I haven't actually played the SNES version of Space Invaders. I know they stepped it up a little bit. Looks like there's a split screen mode. There it is. And I cannot complain about that. Next we have Super Caesar's Palace, yet another game my uncle used to play. Not surprisingly, as it is a gambling game. I don't know about you, but I really like the Super Nintendo boxes. This one also appears to have a manual in it. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Yep, instruction booklet. And there's the game itself. Pretty cool, right? So thanks, Travis, if you're watching this. We try not to torture each other too much on our respective stations. Save the abuse for the show. You didn't see that. Next, we have a present from Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. 788 in 1 LCD handheld. This is the PCP. This is not like those little those like early LCDs. This is like a color LCD screen. Now you might be asking, why 2 of them? This sucker is wireless. It can talk to the other handheld and you can play games head to head with it. I cannot wait to review this. This is killing me, Ryan. This is like so freaking awesome. I love cheap handhelds, and I have never seen one that has Bluetooth capability. That is just insane. So I'm pretty excited to cover these and try them out, and play some and give somebody cancer probably. Next, I've got something unusual for you. Something you may not have seen before or be aware of. Unfortunately, the console didn't make it here in time, but it is on its way. These are games for a system called Super-Casettevision that was super popular. Well, not super popular, but put my finger right in my ear. Not super popular, but fairly popular in Japan. It did well enough to have some major titles for it. This isn't one of them, but it definitely had a lot of rip-off ones, and this is like an elevator action clone. And let's see. Oh, I love the way these open. Look at, watch. See, they got a little tab and they open like this. So this is the elevator action clone game. Here, I'll show you the cartridges just because you should probably see what they look like. They're pretty neat. They kind of remind me of like Commodore cartridges, but like really short. See? Like the Commodore 64 cartridges. And then there's the manual. There's the manual for it. I do a lot of that twisting. I'm getting older, and someday, I'm just gonna twist, and my wrist is gonna come right off. It's gonna be really sad. Yeah, for me. For you guys, it'll be a larf though. So that's a good thing. Oh man, boy, I've done that one in. Sorry about that. The next one is kind of a Phoenix clone. I'm trying to remember the name of it. If you know the name, remind me. Or if you happen to be able to read this, remind me of that too. Same thing. Has a little flip up in there. And there's the game. Ooh, red cartridge this time. That's pretty cool. See, now this one just slid out. The other one did not do that very well. I'll have to look at how it was placed. But, see? Very nice. So I've got the game system for that coming. It's on its way. And next we've got something my wife picked up. Ready to Rumble Boxing 2. I loved the original one. I've never played it on the N64. I found that I don't care for almost any N64 version of a game versus like the PlayStation version, but I'm willing to give it a try. And heck, it's neat to have it in my collection. My N64 collection isn't huge. I think I'll probably do a video on that one of these days, because it's not like too big to do a reasonable sized video on. Next, we've got Game Gear Super Monaco GT2, which I'm totally just looking at myself, and you're not seeing it all. So that's a good video there. There we go. It was in a case, that's why. And I've been on a bit of a Sega Game Gear tear, so it's nice to see that. Darlene did pick that up at a local thrift shop. I've been buying a lot of Japanese stuff for the Game Gear. I'm really into, like, the Japanese packaging is really nice. So anyway, next. Desert Strike. I really like this game a lot. I had it originally when I had a Genesis the first time back in the, late 80s, early 90s. And glad to see this game again. Darlene also picked this one up at a thrift store, so nice. But wait, there's more, because she was going nuts. Jurassic Park. For the Genesis, in a box. Look at that, with the manual. Not bad. You know, not like a terribly expensive item or anything, but nice to have in the collection because I don't have a whole lot of Genesis stuff, and I certainly don't have a whole lot of, I don't have a lot of box Genesis stuff. Next, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I think I already have. I'll check. If I don't have it in a box, though, that'll be nice. No manual, unfortunately. So there's that. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back to it, shall we? I've got 2 GameCube games, which I don't have a whole lot of GameCube stuff, so whenever I get it, I'm pretty excited about it. I have got Star Wars, the video game, Lego edition, of course. Here's the back for the GameCube. I actually like the Lego Star Wars stuff quite a bit, so it's nice to see this game. Really happy about that. That's a wife pickup as well. Then we've got Star Wars 2, the original Trilogy, GameCube edition. There it is. Looks pretty good. I like the humor they inject into these games, honestly. I think the graphics are pretty good. The gameplay is fun and somewhat varied and deep. And I just enjoy them. You know, they're fun, simple games to play. Next, my wife picked up Flat Out 2 for the PlayStation 2. Believe I already have this game. However, if you don't have this game, get it. Because this is one of my top 5 racing games of all time. It is really that good. It is a fun game. It's moderate difficulty, but it gets harder as it ramps up. All sorts of cars, all sorts of tracks, and a good sense of humor. And the soundtrack is excellent. Yeah, I know. They made a remake of this for the Xbox 360. Don't get that one. It's got better graphics, yes, but the soundtrack, nowhere near what's on this one. This one's really good. Alright, enough of that rant. Next, I got some little minifigs. We picked these little guys up. I don't know what you call these. I'm going to call them minifigs. I'm probably using the wrong term. I'm not a figure expert at all. We picked these up at Toys R Us when we heard they were going out of business. Just kind of wanted to visit the store. It's weird now. You go into Toys R Us, there's all these people in there, and it's like a wake. You know, it's terrible. I'll miss that toy store chain. I guess I probably should have shopped there more if I really wanted it to live. Okay, so I got a little piranha plant. These weren't quite on clearance yet when I bought them, so I paid full price. It was right before. And there's Donkey Kong. Oh, do you want to see the back? Here. It's got a little description of each of them. Mario. If you guys want more detail on these, let me know. I'll do an unboxing of them. I generally don't keep my little figures in their packages. I got Link, because I love my Link stuff. And then... I snorted. Ooh, good video work. Yoshi. And who doesn't like Yoshi? Come on. Yoshi's the best. Alright, there's those. Now I've got some Atari stuff to show you, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's Atari haul time. There's not a whole lot this week. I mean, I had a huge Atari haul a couple days ago that I showed you, but this one, actually it'll probably be a week by the time this posts. But anyway, a while ago I showed you a pretty huge Atari haul, but this is a game haul, and it has some things I've been looking for a while. 2 things exactly, so it's nice to see them. Let's start. Got Berserk. No front. Bummer. I think I paid like $20 for this. Target Fun. Not sure if I got a copy of this. At least not named as that. Space War. Another one my dad and I used to play like crazy. I mean, we used to play that probably almost every day. I love that game. It's a classic. Missile Command. Missing front. Goes in the trade pile. Next, we have got Pac-Man. Oh, amazing. No front. Which, I know. Best version of Pac-Man ever, right? It's funny because I had somebody talking about the fact that the Atari 2600, the little HDMI one, the flashbacks. That's what I'm talking about. The flashbacks, they don't have that game on it. They don't have that proper Pac-Man on it. It's kind of funny because, Jesus, we hated it. We didn't hate it. I played it a lot. I shouldn't say that. That is a rewrite of history. We didn't think it was great, but we still played it. But even back then, it was considered not a very good port. Anyway, next. Sears Telegames Outer Space. I think it's the same thing as Space War, as I recall. Comments down below if you know whether it is or not. And then no cover, it's too bad because I really like the artwork on this. I wish it would have had the front. That would have made a big difference for me on that. Now some more games. Here's one, just a little heads up that I'll be doing probably as the next Sorry Atari Cosmic Ark. I've got multiple copies of this. I think I'm going to get a box copy now. This is another one of my all-time favorite games for the Atari 2600. It is really, truly a great and fun game. It's actually a sequel to this one, Atlantis, believe it or not. Here's Atlantis. I love all the stuff by Magic. I think their covers just look great. Demon Attack, another great classic for the Atari 2600. It's probably my third copy. I do have a boxed copy of Demon Attack now. Star Voyager, another really good game. I don't think it's as good as Star Master or the Atari one Star Raiders. There's a lot of stars in the Atari world, but it's still not a bad game at all. Now, finally, the two that I actually picked up the entire lot for, number one is Cosmic Creeps, which I have not played, which is why I wanted it. I've saved both of these, actually. I have not even played emulated because I wanted to just play them on the Atari first. So, Tapeworm is the other one by SpeCtravision. It's a remake of, I think it was called Surround on the Atari 2600, but it's supposed to be a bit better version of it. Reviewers don't like it as much, but they didn't like the original one either. They thought it was too plain, but it's supposed to be a little better version, so I'm kind of excited to see this one. Plus, you don't see a whole lot of it, like in the wild, so it was nice to pick that up. And one thing left, of course, sitting in the background, this was for my wife for my birthday, and this is a 20-inch Link, which I have been big time into the Switch version of The Legend of Zelda. I've been playing quite a bit of it. Breath of the Wild, right? Yep. I don't know the name of it. I've been playing it like crazy, but I don't know the name. But she got me this because I've just been so much into the games lately. And it's funny because she did buy the original one. She originally got me one from Toys R Us, and the sword was missing. I'm not kidding you. She had bought it I don't know, 2-3 weeks before my birthday because I was just so playing the game, and then she got it and it was missing the sword, so had to return it and get it back. So it actually didn't make it back in time for my birthday, but it was there a couple days later, and got this one, and he's got everything. Of course, bought both new, but I already unboxed him because I was really happy to see him. But he's usually lording over all the Famiclones over there, because I think that's kind of funny. So I really like him. He's pretty cool. Huge, isn't he? Huge. Plus, I'm reasonably sure he occasionally moves by himself. Just saying. Kind of weird. Speaking of kind of weird, this video is at its end. I want to thank you very much for watching it. If you enjoyed it, please do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And, of course, tell your friends.
Retro Rocks Gaming Videos.